Sunderland are the only team not to lose yet in this division. Liverpool are currently in 8th place. Palace are 2 places above them in 6th position, but both teams have the same points. Palace have a slightly better goal difference, but Liverpool are actually just 3 points off top spot after just 3 games played, but could do with getting a good win here. Getting that first home win of the season would give this team under Matt Beard so much confidence. Well, just before the teams come out, actually just about 10 minutes ago, we saw a special presentation was taking place pitch side right in front of the Liverpool FC Women supporters at the Cop End here at Prenton Park, and a special presentation was made to Ashley Hodgson, who was given a framed shirt and some flowers alongside the manager Matt Beard and captain Niamh Fahey, who took part in the presentation. It marks the St Helens forward becoming Liverpool's all-time record appearance holder in the Liverpool team, overtaking our former skipper Gemma Bonner. So massive congratulations to Ash there, and richly deserved. Right then, let's take a closer check at today's starting teams, and we start with Liverpool. And I can tell you that Matt Beard has made 3 changes from the goalless draw with Bristol City. Rachel Laws, the experienced keeper, is back in goal. Niamh Fahey serves a 1-game ban for getting sent off in that match. Rhianna Dean is out injured. And record appearance holder Ashley Hodgson returns to the team to lead the line. There's a first start of the season too for Michaela Moore. Matt Beard switching to go 3 at the back. Kerry Holland in that middle of the park with Missy Bow-Kearns as well. As for Crystal Palace, who are just taking the field down below us, well, their manager Dean Davenport makes 3 changes from the draw with Sunderland in their last game. 8 summer signings start, including the former Durham forward Molly Sharp, and of course Lily Farrow, who has arrived from Leicester City. So like London City Lionesses in the first game here, Crystal Palace reshaping, a lot of new players on show here today. But as Jerry Marston's anthem rings around Prenton Park, Liverpool coming out onto the field here at Tranmere Rovers. The captain for today, Jasmine Matthews, for Liverpool, of course, in her second spell with Liverpool after her arrival from Bristol City. Interesting to see Matt Beard going with 3 at the back today, but it's tactical, and it's to try and combat what Palace will try and throw at Liverpool. Well, absolutely delighted to have with us in the commentary box alongside us today our former Liverpool FC Women's captain, Leandra Little. Leah, great to see you. How are you doing?
Really good, thank you. Great to be here again. Just hearing this ringing out around the stadium at this moment in time just makes you wish you were out there with your boots on. But yeah, pleasure to be here and really looking forward to this game here today. I think they'll be looking to build upon the defensive solidity that they showed in the last outing against Bristol, and hoping to get, as you mentioned, that first win this season.
Matt Beard, the Liverpool manager, has said, you know, he said every time we play these teams here on home turf away, it's like a cup final because of the name Liverpool FC.
Yeah, 100%, and I know that, having been in the league and playing against Liverpool last season in terms of with Sheffield United, teams will come here feeling under no pressure really. All the pressure is placed upon Liverpool. They wear that badge with honour, and they also wear it with the knowledge and understanding that it's a big badge to wear and there will be expectation on them. They hold no qualms about it. Their ultimate ambition this season is promotion, but that's going to be really challenging, and ultimately they're going to have to deal with that pressure if that's what they want to achieve.
No Rhianna Dean today. Jana Daniels picked up a little knock in training. I think she was expected to start, but she's on the bench, the Belgium international. So a chance up front for Ashley Hodgson. I mean, fantastic in the last game when she came off the bench to become Liverpool FC Women's all-time record appearance holder. We saw the presentation just before, and Matt Beard, who gave Ash her debut back in 2014, has faith in her today.
Definitely, and I think she has really worked hard to get that starting 11 place that she's been given by Matt today. She will work tirelessly for the team out there today. That's what you get with Ash. She's absolutely so hard-working. She's quick, she's direct, and she can finish. So in terms of going back to that original point I just made about needing to be clinical in front of goal, get that goal today early if at all possible, she'll be looking to make sure she can stake that claim.
And the way Durham were lining up, I mean, Beardy was expected, you know, Crystal Palace to line up with 3 at the back. It looks like they're going to start with a back 4 with Leanne Cowan playing at right back.
Yeah, so it's looking like there's a 4 and then Amy Everett just sitting just in front of that 4 just to give a little bit of more of a solid defensive shape for them. But it'll be interesting to see if that adapts throughout the game as well, depending on how Liverpool looks to combat that. I know that in the previous outings, Dean Davenport's not been afraid to change formation as and when he's needed it, so we'll be watching that one closely.
And they've had some decent results so far this season. You know, they beat Bristol City 4-3. They got a 1-1 draw last time out against Sunderland, who are top of the table at the moment, and then they just that one defeat 2-1 away at London City Lionesses. But Matt Beard's side, before we get underway, the players, staff and officials sending out a powerful, poignant message around the world, taking a knee. Palace to get us underway. Big afternoon this one for Liverpool FC Women. Can Matt Beard's side get their first home victory of the season in the FA Women's Championship? And Beardy getting an early touch over there.
No, yeah. I don't think he'll be happy with that one, to be fair. It's ended up in the stands. I think he would have liked to have brought that down a little bit more cleanly.
But it's been something they've been working on all week in training, playing this 3 at the back.
Yeah, and it's something which will be interesting to see how comfortable the girls are in terms of getting on that ball at the back. But I think it just gives us that little bit more going forward. As we can see, both the full-backs will be looking to push high up the pitch.
Making a run, Molly Sharp on the near side, covered well by Michaela Moore. Rachel Laws, experienced stopper. Newcastle born, back in goal today. Riley Foster, our talented young Canadian keeper, has been playing the last 2 games because Rachel had a little injury, but she's back in today. Now Kerry Holland. Charlotte Wardlaw makes the run. Missy Beaucairn's trying to win that ball back. She's done well, the Scouser. Here's Wardlaw on the season loan from Chelsea, preferred to Rhiannon Roberts at right full back in the team. Melissa Lawley trying to get there before Charlie Clifford. It's a nice little run this by Lawley. Really good run, linking with Taylor Hines, forward from left back, and it's in! What a start! Taylor Hines, their first goal for the club, brilliantly made by Melissa Lawley. 1-0.
What a start, and that is exactly what the girls needed. As I mentioned before, kind of the pressure all on them, that'll just take that pressure away or relieve it a little bit. What they've got to make sure they do now is not let their guard down, keep that intensity. What a run from Mel Lawley. Really clever from Taylor Hines, just comes in underneath, and then Mel has the awareness to just pull that back to Taylor, and a great finish. What a start.
So her first goal for the club, always a special moment, that, the 21-year-old who made the short journey from Everton to come to Liverpool. Brilliant bit of play that from Melissa Lawley, though. That's what she's capable of, Lawley, isn't she, when she gets on a A game, if you like. Definitely.
She just glides with the ball. When she's got the ball at her feet and she's confident and she's happy, you can just see there what happens in terms of I've obviously played against Mel before, and she is challenging to defend against. So she'll be looking to get on the ball again today, I'm sure, with that confidence.
Great pressing by Kiernan. Hodgson to Kiernan. Liverpool were almost in again there. Great bit of play straight from the restart. Kiernan in the thick of the action. And Kerry Holland. Liverpool started really well here. Here's Ashley Hodgson to Leanne Kiernan, the Irish forward. Missy Beaucairns goes for it. But Emily Allman, on loan from Chelsea, the Palace stopper, saw it all the way.
It's a really bright start, and you can just see the confidence that the girls have got from that early goal. Straight away, you can see the intensity of the press now here. They're not going to let Crystal Palace play out easily.
Charlotte Wardlaw made a good start to life at Liverpool, only 18. Matt Beard feels she's got a lot of potential playing right wing back today. Kiernan, who played with Matt Beard at West Ham. Here's Mel Lawley again, up against Gracie Pearce, who's on loan from Tottenham. What a start here for Liverpool FC Women, bidding for their first home win of the season, getting that early goal. Great finish from Taylor Hines, getting forward from left wing back, and I think they'll enjoy that more today, you know, Wardlaw and Hines, because playing at wing back enables you to get forward more, doesn't it?
Yeah, you tend to find the full-backs are wanting to have that kind of offensive duty as well in terms of going forward, so I think both Charlotte and Taylor today will be really looking to get on the ball and help create opportunities for the team.
Ashley Hodgson was in the thick of the action again for Liverpool there, putting real pressure on the Palace rearguard. Coombs. Intercepted by Wardlaw. Missy Bocairns. Here's Michaela Moore, of course, who was away at the Olympics with the New Zealand team. Kiernan. There's Dean Davenport, the Crystal Palace manager, concerned and conceding that early goal. Here's Jazz Matthews, the Liverpool skipper today. Into Lawley.
It's a lovely ball from Jazz Matthews there at the back, just into Mel Lawley's feet, and that's what they'll be looking for, to try and break that initial line, the back three, with a nice pass into Mel wanting to come in and get the ball, or potentially Taylor or Charlotte coming on to get onto the ball to really start to drive Liverpool forward.
And Leanne Cowan, new signing from London City Lionesses, at right full back today for Palace. It was in last season's fixture here. Remember, we brought that game live for you, and it was a great day. And Liverpool beat Palace 4-0. Remember, Rinsola Babajide, who's now on loan at Brighton, scoring a couple of crackers that day. Dangerous ball through the middle. Looking for Molly Sharp, but Rachel Laws was alert.
Yeah, good starting position there from Rachel Laws to be able to come out and collect that. Just relieve a little bit of pressure from the defence. She'll be disappointed with that then, in terms of her distribution out. Michaela Moore wasn't on the same page. Just giving the ball straight back to Crystal Palace.
And Siobhan Wilson over the throw. Away by Michaela Moore. Hodson. Wardlaw. And again Charlotte Wardlaw. Back to Leanne Robe. Matthews. Here's the Wales international Kerry Holland. Lawley. Trying to get away from Amy Everett. And Liverpool will get the free kick.
Just in the middle there, I think Kerry Holland will be coming back buoyant from international duty. Just on the ball now, driving forward.
Here she is, Kerry Holland, shooting opportunity. Well, when she arrived last year after that spell in the States at the University of Kansas, she couldn't stop scoring, Kerry Holland. Scored some great goals, including one on her debut in the snow away at Charlton. We're playing in a favoured central role today. We saw her out wide on the left in the opening game. Here's Kiernan. Hodson. Lawley.
I think it suits her better in that role as well. She's got great vision and great ability to distribute the ball, so enabling to face the play and switch either left or right really helps the team.
It's a good switch by Kiernan. Now Michaela Moore in space. Missy Bocairns trying to win it back. Coral Jade Haynes won it.
You can just see the intensity of the press from Liverpool as soon as they lose the ball high up the pitch. Immediately their first response is, can we go and win it back? And that needs commitment from everyone, which seems to be happening at this moment in time.
Such a good start from Matt Beard's team. Taylor Hines with the opening goal inside the opening 75 seconds. Pearce. Loose ball. Robe will pick it up. Missy Bocairns. Wardlaw. Haynes. Back to Cowan. Bocairns winning the ball back brilliantly in midfield. Lawley. Missy Bocairns again. Sharp. Back to Wilson. Grace Coombs, new signing from Charlton in the close season. One on this near side, but Liverpool will get the throw.
Got to be a little bit careful with that when there's no pressure on the ball there. Liverpool playing still quite a high line. Just got to be careful not to be caught out with the ball over the top there. So realising when there's no pressure that they might need to just drop a little bit.
Of course, it was a fantastic idea for the club in the bid to get some more supporters in here at Prenton Park today, offering a free coach service from Anfield. So important the fans are for the players, aren't they?
Definitely, massively, and I think obviously throughout COVID, when there wasn't any fans in the stadium, it really kind of limited the atmosphere that was created, and I think especially in a home fixture, having your home fans behind you is just a really big motivator. So hopefully they'll be pleased with what they've seen so far and get behind the girls and keep them going today.
But the Reds conceding a free kick here in a dangerous area. Chance for a good delivery. Carol Jade Haynes and Siobhan Wilson are over this. Rachel Laws on alert. Whipped in by Haynes and away on Michaela Moore. Liverpool still can't quite clear the lines. Just cuts inside. Good hands from Rachel Laws. Saw it all the way.
Yeah, I think that's just something for the girls to be aware of. It's giving away those soft free kicks in areas where potentially Crystal Palace will look to capitalise. They are very good in terms of set pieces. I think last season they were in top 5 across both top divisions for women's football in terms of converting set pieces. So they just need to make sure. I know that was one of the aspects that Matt wanted from the girls today, was not to give away any silly free kicks in areas which potentially Crystal Palace will look to take advantage of.
Fantastic for us to have our former captain Leandra Little alongside us here today for this one. Really good start from Liverpool. Taylor Hines with the early goal. Here's Hines doing well defensively. Now Michaela Moore. Pearce. Wilson, good pressure there from Charlotte Wardlaw and Ashley Hodson. Clifford. There's Matt Beard. Getting that loose ball, the Liverpool FC Women's manager.
Just needs to be about patience in the build-up now with that early goal. Not trying to force anything, but just staying composed, staying on the ball, building, just like they're doing now.
There's Robe, who joined Liverpool FC Women from Millwall Lionesses. Matthews into Lawley. Just going to turn away from Everett again. A good run from Melissa Lawley. Started the game really well. Here's Lawley again.
Just a miscommunication there, I think, between the two. Mel's touch taking it out of play. But again, you can see how high Liverpool are. They're not going to make it easy for Crystal Palace in terms of giving them time on the ball at the back. That high press is working well for them as well. Crystal Palace at this moment in time do not look comfortable in possession at the back with that pressure on them.
Johnson gets it back, but Lawley takes it off her. Still Mel Lawley. Hodson waits. Great pull back. Kiernan off the bar from Leanne Kiernan. Hodson trying to win it back. Wardlaw to shoot. Missy Bokearns. Hodson. Oh, so unlucky, Leanne Kiernan. So close to her first goal for Liverpool.
It's a superb pull back from Mel Lawley. She's been lively right from the start today. And I think the ball has just bobbled just as Leanne's gone to make contact with it, which has caused it to rise and hit the bar. But good couple of follow-up efforts as well, a couple of good blocks in there from Crystal Palace.
Great bit of play again by Lawley, wasn't it, to set it up.
Looks bright today.
That's what you want from Mel Lawley, isn't it? You get a playing like that, and she can cause teams a lot of problems.
Definitely. As I mentioned before, just when she has the ball at her feet, it's so difficult for a defender when she's running at you. Not necessarily sure whether she's going to go inside or out. She's got the ability to do both.
Covered by Charlotte Wardlaw, but Haynes will get it back for Palace. Not for long. Jazz Matthews intercepts. Missy Beaucairns into space for Ashley Hodgson, our record appearance holder. Michaela Moore. Looking at Beardy on the far side, he kicks every ball here, doesn't he?
Yeah, so passionate. But do you know what?
He's great, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's why the girls love him, because you can literally see how much he cares for the girls, for the performance, for the club. Obviously, his previous experience here, he knows how much it means to the supporters. So he'll be doing everything he can this season to put the girls in the best possible position, but the club in the best possible position in terms of getting them back into the WSL.
Free kick taken short. Here's Lawley again. Wardlaw. Michaela Moore was lurking up there from the back. Here's the goal scorer Hines. As Leah Little said, Palace looking really uncomfortable at the back. Kiernan, oh, unfortunate. Every time Liverpool break, though, you think they could score, don't you?
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there. I think either Kerry Holland or Ash Hodgson probably would have been better coming onto the ball there. Leanne Kiernan's obviously trying to come from behind it, but yeah, a bit of communication in that instance might have paid dividends.
Johnson. Coombs out wide to Pearce. Great interception from Robe. Hodgson. Beaucairns, nicely done. Hodgson. Missy Beaucairns. Picks out Lawley. Working it well with Charlotte Wardlaw. Lawley again. Just a little bit loose, the return ball, but Liverpool have it back again with Leanne Robe.
Just being comfortable in possession. That at the minute we're finding that Liverpool are having a high percentage of the possession, and we're just seeing there that moving the ball quickly, short, sharp passes is really going to play an advantage into Liverpool to create these opportunities. Just a couple of misplaced passes there, but I think it's just realising that you actually have a lot more time on the ball than you realise sometimes, and that can be helped by your teammates letting you know that fact as well.
Taylor Hines with the only goal of the game so far. Leanne Kiernan almost joined Hines in grabbing her first goal for the club. So unfortunate against the crossbar from the former West Ham striker. Everett again. Been played by Wilson. But Michaela Moore made a decent return to the team on her first start of the season.
Yeah, I think with Niamh missing today due to suspension, Michaela Moore gives some of those attributes that Niamh will bring in terms of she's very good in the air and she's strong in the tackle. So I think Matt would have been looking for the replacement for Niamh, looked at Michaela's qualities in that respect.
Oh, it's a weak back pass and a chance for Sharp. Great save. Still a chance again. Laws is out of position, and Laws, brilliant double save to deny first of all Millie Farrow and then Molly Sharp. Brilliant from Rachel Laws, that.
She's done absolutely brilliantly there. She stayed strong, stayed big. That first one from Millie Farrow one-on-one is a great save, and then she's reacted well. She's realised that there's absolutely no opportunity for her to get back into her goal. So she's stayed big, she's stayed strong, and she's made that second block superb from Rachel Laws there.
That was sloppy from Liverpool, though. It was a back pass.
And this is what Liverpool must be careful of. So they've gone ahead, and now they just need to make sure that that lapse in concentration doesn't let them down to bring Crystal Palace back into this game at this stage. So just making sure that I think it relieves the pressure when you score early, but then again, what you don't want it to do is make you relax too much. You still need to be on your A game. You still need to be making sure you're fully concentrating. And we just saw there that it was a little bit of a lapse back pass, which the likes of Millie Farrow up top will look to capitalise on.
Absolutely top draw goalkeeping there from Rachel Laws, keeping Liverpool's lead intact. Now Lawley was just dispossessed there, and here they come again with Farrow. Dangerous bit of play this. And this time Leanne Robe keeping an eye on Cowan. Defended well. Of course, Rachel Laws is a Women's Super League title winner in her first spell with Liverpool under Matt Beard when she came on loan. Did a really good job.
Yeah, vastly experienced Rachel Laws now. One of the goalkeepers in the women's game, which been around for several years now, and she's just showing there the quality that she has. Superb double save there, keeping her team in it.
Now Hodgson will chase. Need some help, Ash Hodgson. Back with Kerry Holland. Nicely done by Everett, but Michaela Moore wins it back. Missy Bo-Kearns. Bo-Kearns to the goal scorer, Taylor Hines. On it goes to Mel Lawley up against Annabelle Johnson. Lawley trying to instigate again. Beautiful cross. Wardlaw with a header. So close, Charlotte Wardlaw.
Liverpool look dangerous down that left-hand side every single time the ball is out there. Taylor Hines and Mel Lawley together, working really good in terms of a partnership today. Charlotte Wardlaw just misjudged that in terms of the timing, so always rising rather than getting over the ball and heading down.
But Melissa Lawley unplayable at the moment. Palace can't handle her. Our live single camera coverage today, bringing you more live football. So far so good for Matt Beard's side. No foul. Here's Kiernan. Hodgson in a good run, making a good run. Still Kiernan, goes for it herself. Leanne Kiernan, very direct.
Both teams stopped there thinking that there was going to be a foul given, and the
long
referee
one, didn't it,
decided well. But I like a good tackle, so I'm always in the favour of the defender, to be honest. But great work rate from Leanne Kiernan there in terms of really tracking back to make that tackle in the first instance.
Oh, and again, great pressing by Hodgson. Kiernan.
Not the quality of cross there she would have liked, but it just shows about the intensity of the press from Liverpool. The front three of Ash, of Mel Lawley on the left and Leanne on this right hand side, making it really difficult for Crystal Palace to play out, but they're continuing to do so.
And Lawley's got it back again off Johnson. In the end, Grace Coombs came across to win the loose ball back. Johnson. Sharp towards Farrow. Leanne Robe did really well. Matthews. Nice from Jazz Matthews. Hines. Lawley. That combination again. Robe. Matthews.
Jazz Matthews just showing her composure on the ball there. I think that's what you get from Jazz. She's very composed in terms of confidence on the ball, looking for that opening. I think she's just overhit that longer one clip that she's tried to go in there. I think Mel not recognising necessarily that she was going to do the longer ball and not on the same page in that instance.
Now Charlie Clifford. Pearce. Missy Beaucairn's trying to win it back. Effort again, out wide to Johnson. Looks like they've switched to 3 at the back now, doesn't it, Palace?
Yeah.
Very versatile formation.
When they're in possession, they do look to get the wider 2 higher up the pitch, just as Liverpool are looking to do. We've seen that previously in games as well, and I think that's a real credit to Dean Davenport in terms of the work he's doing with this Crystal Palace team. They can flex and adapt during games to try and limit the opposition in terms of the strategies that they might be implementing.
Now Sharp, taken off it by Kerry Holland. Oh, that's loose, and Kiernan is onto this. Kiernan! Oh, she apologises to Ashley Hodson there, who was completely unmarked. She's desperate to get her first goal for the club, isn't she?
Yeah, just can't keep that one down there. You can see it as a striker. She just apologised there to Ash, but you can see it as a striker. Eyes light up in that situation, a loose ball. And their first thought is always to shoot on goal, and when they hit the target, they get the accolades for it. But I think Ash was in a much better position there if Leanne had just got her head up and just slid it across her on that left-hand side. And
I guess if you go for it like that, you've got to hit the target, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise your teammates are going to let you know that they are frustrated and that you made the wrong choice.
The sun comes out at Prenton Park. Rachel Law's making a brilliant double save, but Liverpool could easily have been a few goals up to the good, couldn't they? Just the one so far.
Yeah, definitely, and I wouldn't want that to come back to haunt Liverpool in terms of being clinical in front of goal. So I think that's the next piece for them, is just to maintain that determination, that intensity.
Away goes Lawley, stepping on the gas, and it took a foul by Everett to deny it.
I'm just seeing this last period that Crystal Palace have actually started to get on the ball a little bit more, started to regain their confidence after conceding early. So I think in that instance, Liverpool just need to make sure they're fully focused and that they capitalise on these chances that they're creating.
I think she's fortunate to escape without a book in there. That was quite cynical on Mel Lawley, wasn't it?
He was definitely well away there. A little clip of the heels.
Missy Beaucairn's last season's Standard Chartered Women's Player of the Year and Fans Player of the Year. And Kiernan's in, but the flag is up for offside.
She's absolutely superb in terms of her set-piece delivery as well, Missy Beaucairn. So
class, isn't she?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And I think that's because she practices day in, day out. We know she's Liverpool through and through, and she'll do everything that she can in terms of to put the team in the best possible position. So yeah, the quality that she has on that set pieces isn't just by luck. She is practicing on a regular basis to make sure that that's an aspect of her game.
There's Robe, Holland, back to Hines. Oh, that's loose by Taylor Hines, but Rachel Law's reacted well. Second time we've done that, really. Loose back pass and nearly left to pay. You see Matt Beard there just saying, hey, get it the other way, get it forward.
Yeah, just be a little bit careful with that. I think Millie Farrow is very alert to it, so as soon as she's seeing the body positioning of the defenders looking that they're going to play that way, she kind of gets that first step ahead of the game and makes that run early to try and intercept that back pass. She's got to be a little bit careful. It's the second occasion that's happened now.
Away by Matthews. Coombs got there first, but Lawley was there. Just took a bit of a knock there, Melissa Lawley, showing Liverpool FC Women from Manchester City. Now Lawley from the Midlands, having a really big effect on this game. so far here this afternoon as we edge close towards the half-hour mark at Prenton Park. Taylor Hines with the only goal. Very early goal it was too. Brilliantly created by Lawley. Great little finish. Left-footed bottom corner from Taylor Hines. Nice play by Kerry Holland. Matthews. Hodgson.
I think that's what's good about Liverpool's play today is when they realise that they can't go down one side straight away, that they're looking to recycle that ball, come out the other way, not giving Crystal Palace that opportunity to keep them playing one way, one side of the pitch, moving the ball nice and quick.
Michaela Moore looking for the run of Hodgson. Charlotte Wardlaw here putting pressure on Wilson. Oh, and Michaela Moore dived in a bit there and Molly Sharp got past her, the former Durham forward. It's Molly Sharp. Great ball back. Farrow. The two strikers were combining there nicely. Cowan will get there. Taylor Hines stood well to the task. Well, dangerous that when Molly Sharp got away, didn't it?
Yeah, I think Michaela Moore's just come in front of the player there to try and win that ball, and that's always the danger, especially when you're playing a three at the back, and I think we were a little bit out of shape there, so there wasn't that cover in behind. So just got to really read that situation, be aware of what's in behind you if you don't win that ball, because it can lead to dangerous situations, which we've just seen there.
Good header away from Jazz Matthews. Lovely little turn again from Lawley. Turning defence into attack, and here she goes again. Gliding past opponents. Brilliant pass by Lawley. Kiernan, Bo Kearns unmarked. Back post, she's trying to get it back to Lawley. Now Kerry Holland. Mel Lawley again, brilliant.
Leanne Kiernan as well there, absolutely superb work rate. As soon as she sees Mel Lawley picks up the ball, she makes every effort to get around Mel on that outside to pick up that second pass. Absolutely superb work rate from her.
Good header by Robe. Hodgson working her socks off as always up there.
It's the second time now Emily Ormond's just kind of looked to go a little bit longer from when she's been in possession of the ball, and I think that's realising that actually trying to play out from the back under the pressure from the Liverpool front three isn't working for them at this moment in time.
Here come Crystal Palace again. Haynes up wide to Wilson. Dangerous run by Wilson. Oh my word, it's gone straight in. Rachel Law's deceived, and Siobhan Wilson has found the net. Don't quite know how, but it's 1-1.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that was a direct shot on goal there. I think she's just trying to kind of put that ball into that back post area, but Charlotte Wardlaw stood up well, but then obviously she's tried to get the tackle in and not managed to get the full block in terms of the ball going into the area there, so Liverpool will be disappointed to concede. Gives away their clean sheet, but also just in terms of capitalising when on top, we've had a few chances and we've not taken our chances. So,
and worryingly as well, Leanne Kiernan's picked up an injury over the far side, right by the dugout. She's getting some treatment.
Hopefully, it will just be something quickly that the
she's been really good.
Can respond to.
They had chances, haven't Liverpool? They hit the bar, had some good chances to increase the lead, and there's always that little lapse in concentration, and you pay the price for it, don't you? Yeah,
and that's the thing, it's started so brightly here today. Liverpool went on top early, and I just feel didn't necessarily then continue that momentum and that intensity to capitalise on the opportunities that they were creating, because a 2-goal cushion is far more comfortable than that 1-goal lead, which we've now seen has led to the equaliser.
Leanne Kiernan back on the pitch, thankfully. The number 9 from County Cavan in Ireland. But 1-1 here. Palace with the tails up, getting that equaliser. In comes Robe. She loves to make a tackle. And that 50-50 with Millie Farrow. And a card's come out for the Palace number 9. It's yellow.
It's a great tackle there from Leanne. And that is exactly what you're going to get from Leanne Robe. She will put her body on the line. She will go into tackles strong. That's a real kind of strong attribute of hers and something which I know she loves. So there was absolutely no way she was coming out of that one.
Yeah, she played alongside Roby, didn't you, in the back four? She was left back at first when she came to the club.
Yeah, so left back when I was here, but obviously we've seen that in more recent seasons she's turned to that centre half, which I think is where she's more comfortable, to be perfectly honest, and I think suits her a little bit more than that full-back role that she was playing previously.
Now here's Kiernan. Back to Missy Bocairns. Moore. Just got to keep doing the right things like they've been doing in the game, Liverpool, haven't they? Just be careful about some sloppy moments of play. And Palace will certainly get a lot of confidence from that goal, that cross from Siobhan Wilson looping over Rachel Laws and ending up straight in the back of the net.
This is where you look to your leaders on the pitch. After conceding, it's just now needing to be calm and composed, get back on the ball and get doing what was working for you. So moving that ball quickly, being patient in possession and switching play, and the opportunities will come, which we've seen.
Holland. A bit loose again from Liverpool.
Seen that on a couple of occasions now. It just doesn't seem to necessarily be that Michaela Moore and Rachel Laws are on that same page. I think Michaela Moore could have potentially stepped a little bit higher there, which would have allowed that pass of Rachel Laws for her to step onto. But Rachel needs to realise that if she's not in that position, she needs to kind of adjust accordingly, giving cheap possession away back to Crystal Palace.
1-1 here so far, and both left backs have scored here today.
That's what you need. You need everyone contributing to the goal tally throughout the season if you're going to kind of make your way up the table. So good to see some unfamiliar names on the score sheet.
Ash Hudson's got a bit of space here to work with. Hudson! What? Yes! Ashley Hudson restores the lead. Given a starting berth today by Matt Beard, and Ash Hudson, Liverpool's record appearance holder, responds 2-1.
What a strike from Ash Hudson, absolutely made up for her. It's just very fitting in terms of the accolade that she was presented with at the beginning of the game, and then she goes and scores to make it 2-1 to Liverpool. And I think this is what we need from the girls, is that clinical finishing when in and around the area, and Ash has just absolutely done that for the girls out there. And I think now Liverpool just need to realise they're back in front, keep this intensity, keep creating the opportunities, be clinical, and don't let their guards down in terms of that lapse in concentration, or stop doing what they're doing that actually brings them the goal scoring opportunities.
Great response from Matt Beard's side to the Palace leveller, getting back in front. Great bit of play from Ashley Hudson, and a lovely finish from Liverpool's number 14.
Matt Beard, I think, said this week that he was hoping that Ashley would take that opportunity to kind of make this position her own, and she's just demonstrated there that she is a great finisher, and she'll be looking to say to Matt, look, put me in this position and this is what I can do for you. So staking that claim in that starting 11 position moving forward.
Pierce back to Coombs. Oh, great pressing again. Kiernan's pass. Hodgson. Oh, could see what she was trying to do. She just felt she had her heels clipped there. She was trying to back heel it because Mel Lawley on the overlap had made a clever run.
Yeah, a little bit more pace on the ball into Ash actually may have allowed her to do that. You can see exactly what she was trying to do. Mel was completely free on that left-hand side, just couldn't quite execute it.
Clifford with the through ball. Good communication there between Jazz Matthews and Rachel Laws. So Matt Beard's side leading 2-1 here in a highly entertaining FA Women's Championship encounter at Prenton Park. Good ball by Michaela Moore. Good running again by Hodgson. Plenty of red shirts arriving now in the box. Nice by Hodgson. Wardlaw's cross.
It's a superb ball from Michaela Moore to create that opportunity. As a defender, as you're travelling with the ball, what you don't want to see is everyone coming towards you, and Ash Hodgson just recognises that and makes a superb crossfield run into that channel, which Michaela Moore finds, and then Charlotte Wardlaw overlapping for that delivery into the box.
Taylor Hines, Wardlaw's coming in. Goal kick.
You can just see from that instance there how high Taylor Hines is up the pitch. She's delivering into the box, and Charlotte Wardlaw, the opposite fullback, is in the box trying to make that connection. So just shows today how high those fullbacks are playing.
Leanne Robe winning another header. Lawley just dispossessed in the end by Molly Sharp. Hines, Kiernan. Hodgson makes the run. Leanne Kiernan going all the way! Oh, unlucky. Great bit of play.
It's just opening up in front of her. Leanne Kiernan now, I think that's the second opportunity, third potentially we've seen, where she's just picked up the ball just outside the area. She's taken one touch, two touch. Nobody's come to shut her down, so she's had an effort on goal and she's getting closer. Right decision that time. There was no one in front of her, no one for her to slip in, and she just thinks, right, I'm going to have a go here.
Well, she hit the bar. You think about it, Leah, she could have had a hat-trick.
Definitely. And she'll be looking, like you said before, she'll be looking to get off the mark. She'll be looking for that first goal. And
you can tell, can't you?
Yeah,
She's
she
desperate.
senses it. She senses it. The opportunity's there for her today. Especially with that change of transition so quickly. There's so many times where Liverpool, in terms of pressing high, have won the ball back in such good areas, and the Crystal Palace defence is just so wide open. I feel there'll be more opportunities for Leanne in that position today.
Great to have the company of our former captain with us today, Leandra Little. Here's Robe. Oh, bad ball that. Hodgson had made a good run. A little bit unfortunate. Coombs.
I think what we're seeing here as well is just the fluidity of that front three. So now we've got Ash Hodgson moved over to the left-hand side. Mel's come in more centrally. Leanne over here on the right. It's just, there's a lot of flexibility and fluidity within that front line, both in possession and out of possession.
Pearce. Challenged by Missy Bow-Kearns. Look at Kiernan again. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Lawley. It was a good tackle that by Amy Everett. She's everywhere, Leanne Kiernan, isn't she?
It's just, her work rate is absolutely superb.
Hodgson winning the ball back too.
Yeah,
and Lawley. Here Liverpool go again. The forward line for Liverpool here today just haven't given the Palace rearguard a moment's peace whatsoever. Oh, mistake! Oh, and Missy Bow-Kearns was in there. And Liverpool get the corner.
Yeah, I'm just not sure Gracie Pearce there for Crystal Palace had any idea what was behind her, so she felt like she needed to get some kind of contact on the ball to prevent a potential Liverpool forward coming in. There was actually nobody behind her, but she wasn't aware of that in terms of her body positioning.
Yeah, she's one of the younger players in the Palace side, only 17, on loan from Tottenham, in a bid to gain some experience. Missy Bow-Kearns with the flag kick here for Liverpool. The Reds leading 2-1. With a good delivery, Kiernan coming in. Well held by Orman. But Leanne Kiernan in the thick of the action out there. Taylor Hines, who got Liverpool's first goal. Hodgson, who got the second. Trying to link with Lawley again. Good header by Hines. Kerry Holland. Lawley. Nice. Holland. Lawley was clearly fouled there. I can hear Matt Beard over there.
I just think there's absolutely no reason for her to go down there. She was, you can just see she's a little bit frustrated there in terms of gone to try and win the ball back. But there was absolutely no reason for her to go down. She'd literally played the ball off. She was looking to go in behind, who was clearly pulled down, but obviously the referee didn't see that one.
Final minute of the half. It's been good, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I think in terms of what they were hoping for in this particular formation that they've set up in today, Liverpool, it's worked for them. Really getting Taylor Hines and Charlotte Wardlaw high up the pitch. And I think just on that left-hand side for me, Taylor Hines and Mel Lawley linking up so well. Mel Lawley looks really bright today. Sometimes I think as attacking players, you have those days when everything goes right for you, and I think that just seems at this moment in time that one for Mel today is ball just seems to be sticking to her feet.
Oh, that was a strong tackle, that, wasn't it, on Melissa Lawley? And Kerry Holland too.
Kerry Holland just coming in there nice and strong, realising that a strong tackle had been put in on her teammate, making sure she wanted to look out for her.
1 minute of added time it will be at the end of the half. Liverpool leading 2-1 in this FA Women's Championship contest. Could have scored a lot more than two. Don't forget Rachel Laws made a brilliant double save as well to deny Palace, but Liverpool have had some great chances. Kiernan hit the bar, she could have had a hat-trick. Let's be honest, for a all-action display so far, you have to say, Leah, that Leanne Kiernan deserves a goal here today.
Yeah, I think she'll be disappointed having not converted as of yet. I still think there's a lot more opportunities for her to come in this game.
Yeah, but the second half to come, absolutely. Right in front of the Liverpool fans as well.
Be nice for her. I think from her work rate that she's displayed so far in this game, as you mentioned, she'd be deserving of a goal.
So a really lively game here so far. Liverpool could have easily scored a lot more than two. What a start for Matt Beardside into the lead after 75 seconds in this game. Brilliant play by Mel Lawley down the left-hand side, feeding Taylor Hines. Great finish into the back of the net. Leanne Kiernan then hit the crossbar. She was so unlucky on a number of occasions not to score. Then a cross on the left-hand side by Siobhan Wilson, looped over Rachel Laws and went straight in to the back of the net. But Liverpool restored the lead. Ashley Hodgson, who got presented with a special memento to mark a record appearance for the club, with the goal. Great finish, half-time. Liverpool 2, Crystal Palace 1. Salah for Liverpool! Have a little bit of that! Oh, Pickford's lost it! Divock Origi! Unbelievable! Number 6 is on its way to Anfield! There's the cross. Lovren! Stunning moment, stunning hit. What an arrival in a red shirt. It comes to Lallana! And Mane's turned in, and Sadio Mane for Liverpool. It's Alexander on. Oh, it's Alisson! Unbelievable! It's absolutely astonishing! Welcome back to sunny Prenton Park, everybody, where the sun is shining on Liverpool FC Women's performance so far as they try and get that much-needed first win of the season on home turf, of course, to add to that excellent performance with the win over Watford at Vicarage Road. Leandra Little, delighted to have Leah with us, our former skipper. Been a really good half so far, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. End to end, I think more obviously in the favour of Liverpool in terms of chances created, but definitely a good one for all those fans that have turned out this afternoon to watch Liverpool here at a glorious sunny day at Prenton Park.
So inside the opening 75 seconds it took for Matt Beardside to go into the lead, and brilliant bit of play by Melissa Lawley. It really set the scene for what Mel was going to be doing in this game. She's just been gliding past opponents, causing all sorts of problems. Great little run down that left-hand side, feeding Taylor Hines forward from left wing-back, and a special moment for Taylor to get her first goal for the club. Great left-footed strike, bottom corner.
Yeah, absolutely superb finish to come across the goal like that. Doesn't give the keeper much chance at all, but I think touched upon it there, the link up on that left hand side between Taylor Hines and Mel Lawley has been superb in that first half. Every time it's gone down that left hand side it's looked like there's going to be an opportunity created, and I think Mel Lawley's had a superb first half. I think when she's enjoying her football and she's getting on the ball and creating opportunities, that's when we see the best of Mel Lawley. So yeah, she'll be really happy with that first half.
Then Lawley causing more havoc again on 13 minutes down that left-hand side, dispossessing the Palace defence. Ball into the box, and Leanne Kiernan, and a goal-mouth scramble, so unlucky, hits the crossbar.
Yeah, I think on that instance, you just saw the ball slightly bobble just as Leanne went to make contact with it, so obviously meant it rose and hit the bar, but I think Leanne's been absolutely superb in that first half in terms of her work rate, and it's just the opportunities are falling for her, and she's creating those opportunities for herself and for others in terms of the positions that she's getting herself into. She just needs to make sure she's relaxed and not putting too much pressure on herself to get that first goal that she's looking for.
And then Liverpool was so dominant, looking very relaxed, looking to add to goals, and as you rightly pointed out, Leah, there's always that danger of a touch of complacency creeping in, and that's what happened at a back pass put Millie Farrow clean through on goal. Rachel Laws gets out quickly, it's a brilliant save, then Laws gets herself up quickly to deny Molly Sharp from the rebound. Brilliant double save.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of things to pick out there from the comments you just made there, Steve, in terms of first and foremost, I think Liverpool went ahead, and that's great in terms of relieving a little bit of pressure, but what you don't want it to do is going ahead so early in games, then just making you relax too much and feeling like that's job done when it's clearly not. You've got the vast majority of the game still left to play, so I think that's what Matt will be wanting to kind of look at and improving upon, is when we do go ahead in games, how do we then capitalise on that to then create some further momentum. And then in terms of the double save from Rachel Laws, absolutely superb. She came out with the one-on-one, and Millie Farron made herself really big, stood up strong, and then in terms of the second one, she had the awareness to recognise that she was absolutely not stood a chance to get back into her goal, so stayed out, put the pressure on the forward, and made that double save. Great block. So yeah, she'll be happy with her performance in terms of that as well.
And then Liverpool's loanee from Chelsea came so close to opening her account for the club. It was a lovely looping header. It went just over the crossbar from Charlotte Wardlaw.
Yeah, I think she's got great potential for the future, and I think Chelsea clearly see that in her in terms of wanting her to come out and play minutes here in the Championship with Liverpool. I think she's a great talent for the future. I think she's got a lot of confidence in herself. She's got a great mindset in terms of what she wants to achieve, and that opportunity there, she'll be disappointed, but I think it was just misjudging the flight of the ball as that cross comes in. She just probably had a little bit more time before she needed to rise to head it down. Just catches it on that upward momentum, which creates that going over the bar. And
then a great chance for Kiernan again. It was Palace being dispossessed in the middle of the park, and it was 2-on-2, wasn't it? I mean, Leanne Kiernan picks it up, running through. It looks easier to say from the commentary box, I know, but Ash Hodson to her left, screaming for the ball, completely unmarked, plays it to her, great chance for two, goes for it herself, but doesn't get hold of it, and fires it over the top.
Yeah, I think that's just a striker's mentality that, the defence has opened up in front of her and she's thought, right, I'm going to have a go here, which, you don't ever want a striker not to take those opportunities. They miss the chances if they don't take them. But in that instance, I think decision-making was the key factor. Ash was wide open on that left-hand side, and I think just a little slid-through ball would have created a great chance for Ash.
And then after those chances that went begging, Crystal Palace got the equaliser just past the half-hour mark. It was down the left-hand side, and Siobhan Wilson got to the byline, delivers a cross that just loops over Rachel Laws and into the far post and into the goal.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a cross and not a shot. She's obviously gone one-on-one down this side channel with Charlotte Wardlaw, and Charlotte's got something on the ball. I think she's gone to block it, but it has looped over Rachel Laws. I don't think Rachel realised kind of where it was going to end up, didn't even make an attempt to go for the ball, and I think it's just kind of gone in behind the back line of Liverpool. So unfortunate on that one. But obviously gave Crystal Palace that little bit of kind of way back into the game.
Then 4 minutes later, Liverpool got the lead back. Ashley Hodson gets the ball inside the penalty area. Great bit of feet. Terrific finish for 2-1.
Yeah, absolutely. What a response as well. That's exactly what you want when you've just conceded. That's obviously when the opposition are quite fragile, and Liverpool capitalised on that. And I'm absolutely made up for Ash Hodgson. Absolutely superb finish. We know she's a great finisher in and around the box when she does get those opportunities, and she's just proven that today. And I think it's just fitting in terms of her being that all-time record appearance holder to get a goal after the presentation at the beginning of the game today. I think just is really nicely fitted.
And then it could have been 3-1 just after that. I mean, again, Leanne Kiernan, who's really caught the eye. I've really enjoyed watching her today because she's so direct. She works so hard, and she's quick. She's elusive. She gets the ball. She ran at the Palace defence. It's a great strike. It didn't miss by much, did it?
No, and I think that's probably just the bit that Matt will be working on with her to bring to her game. So she is ever so hard working, and will press from the front and does create opportunities. But I think it's then when she finds herself in those goal-scoring opportunity moments is just having that calm composure, taking that minute, just take a deep breath before she executes her shot. That will probably be, I would say, the one aspect that she needs to look at in terms of being clinical, because we know that there's going to be chances, but we need the forwards of Liverpool to start putting the ball in the back of the net for them to really capitalise in games.
So Liverpool FC Women leading Crystal Palace 2-1 here at half-time as we await the teams to come back out shortly for the second half. But in terms of the strength of squad, I mean, Matt Beard was really delighted with the recruitment that he was able to do in the summer, bringing in 9 new players, really, including the goalkeeper Katie Startup on loan from Brighton, who's a highly rated young goalkeeper who will certainly get some experience working with Joe Potts, the keeper coach, and Rachel Laws and Riley Foster. But strong squad really now. Rihanna Dean's out injured today. Megan Campbell unfortunately got injured in the pre-season, but on the bench, you've got the likes of Rhiannon Roberts, a Wales international versatile, Jade Bailey, Rachel Finesse, of course, the Northern Ireland international, is a big player in this team. You've got Carla Humphrey, a new signing from Bristol City, Jana Daniels, the Belgium international, who certainly on her day can be a real match winner. A striker in Georgia Walters, who Matt's brought in. She's experienced, Wales international from Blackburn on a non-contract basis. Then you've got the youngsters, Lucy Parry, who became the club's youngest ever player to play last season at the age of 16. You've got another 16-year-old defender, Hannah Silcock, who makes the bench for the first time for Liverpool today from the academy programme. So it's not a bad squad, this one, for Liverpool for this season, is it? No,
and I think you've just highlighted there the strength and depth that Matt does have to pick from in terms of the starting 11 which he chooses each week, which is great, because I think first and foremost what it does is it creates that competition for places week in, week out at training. So you're going to get that intensity, you're going to get the quality, because ultimately every single player will know that there's other players in that squad that can come in and can quite easily take their place. I think it also gives Matt the opportunity to select a starting 11 and select players for how he wants to play in certain games. So I think with his recruitment, it's been really clever in terms of the players that he's brought in, gives him that fluidity, gives him that adaptability to be very creative when he wants to be and when he needs to be. And I just think it's a real nice blend of youth and experience, which I think is great when you have that within a team. You mentioned the likes of Lucy Parry and Hannah Silcock there on the bench today, two great young talents coming through the academy programme, homegrown talents, so that's what you want. You want that real nice balance, and you want them to be able to learn from the experience of the other players within that squad. So I think over time as well, once Matt has everyone back fit and healthy and has all of those opportunities to select from, I think that's when you'll see the real coming together of this Liverpool team. I think there's still a lot more to come from them.
And one or two fans might be surprised to see Rachel Finesse on the bench, but I think Matt's just managing her minutes at the moment. She had a really bad injury, didn't she? She's come back in the pre-season outfit, but she's played a couple of games recently during the international break for Northern Ireland. She's a massive player for Northern Ireland as well, of course. Yeah, definitely,
and I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It is very much about managing Rachel Finesse. She has played 2 games, as you mentioned, this week with her international team, and therefore I think it's just ensuring that she is absolutely fighting fit and ready to go when Matt needs her most. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw her at some part today. She is very good to start games, but also to bring on when you need that real leader within your group to see out games or to take you on to that next level. So I wouldn't be surprised if she features at some point today.
Crystal Palace are already out first over the far side, just doing some warm-ups with their manager Dean Davenport before the second half. So Liverpool will be back on the field very shortly. The referee, we can see by the tunnel, just waiting for Liverpool to come back out for the second half. But the Reds are leading by 2-1. Taylor Hines and Ashley Hodson on the mark so far for Liverpool FC Women here today. But it's so important, isn't it, in this league season? We touched on it at the start, Leah, that home form and getting some good results away is certainly the key. This is such a tough league to get out of because it's unlike any other division, really, because there's only one promotion spot to the WSL.
Yeah, and you absolutely have to be so consistent. We saw it last season with Leicester in terms of gaining that promotion spot. They literally drew a couple of games throughout the whole of the season. They didn't lose. It was ultimately what you need to do. You need to set yourself apart from the rest in this league because it is so close. And every single week, the opposition that come up against each other, you honestly can't call it. The teams are getting better. The gap between the top teams and the bottom teams that we might have seen previously is reducing, and we're seeing that teams now, seeing a lot more teams going into more of a full-time setup, so actually more contact time with the players is really helping them be more organised, increasing fitness levels. So I just think we're seeing this league go from strength to strength in terms of its quality. We're seeing academy players come through and playing from WSL teams and playing in championship games because you see the benefit that can have for them. So I think it's really, really challenging, but as you mentioned, home games are key, but also away games, you've got to make sure you don't get beat.
Coventry United away next weekend for Liverpool FC Women in their next league game. See a few of the Liverpool substitutes have come back out, and see Liverpool will be back on the field very shortly. Indeed, referee's still waiting for them, isn't it?
Yeah, Matt's clearly had a lot to say at half-time.
Here they are.
Taking his time to get him back out. There's no rushing Matt, though. If Matt wants a few more words, I'm sure he's getting them before they come out.
But Matt Beard will probably be reiterating, we're playing well here, but they've got a lively front two in Molly Sharp and Millie Farrow.
Yeah, exactly. And he will be, I'm sure, using that term we've just used there, complacency. Don't become complacent. Yes, we've gone in front, but we now need to build on that and give us a cushion in terms of a margin of goals that is comfortable for us. This 1-0 goal difference just doesn't sit comfortably with this Liverpool team, especially when we said the liveliness of the front two of Crystal Palace to capitalise on any opportunity given. So yeah, I think it's all about focus in terms of this next half, and also starting the second half as they started the first really bright.
So Liverpool FC Women leading 2-1 here against Crystal Palace. Leanne Kiernan, the last Liverpool player to come out the dressing room. The likes of Kiernan and Lawley, Ash Hodson, really impressing so far for Liverpool out there. The second half as the Liverpool team go into the huddle before they begin this second half. You see the referee just telling them to get on with it.
Yeah, they're taking their time today to get going, but here we go, setting themselves up now, ready for the second half.
Just here, see Rachel Laws over the far side shouting, saying, hey, concentration, full concentration. She made 2 great saves in that first half. The Liverpool keeper, double save. So, Ash Hodson, whose goal put Liverpool 2-1 in front, gets the second half back underway here at Prenton Park. Also got the group stage of the Women's Continental Cup starting soon as well. Some decent games for that Beard side to be involved in. Annabelle Johnson. Here's Charlie Clifford. Opportunity here for Crystal Palace. Cowan with the cross. There's Rachel Laws. Michaela Moore. Here's Kiernan. Another good run this by Leanne Kiernan. And a link with Missy Bokens.
A great ball out from the back there from Michaela Moore to set Leanne Kiernan on her way. And Gracie Pearce for Crystal Palace is great defending there, just to stand up and not allow Leanne Kiernan to come inside.
Hodson. Kiernan. Missy Bokens. Ash Hodson. Good bit of play, corner.
Yeah, lovely turn there from Ash. The pace of the ball into her is good, so it's when it's fed in at that pace, she's able to just take that first touch round the corner, face up and get that opportunity in to make the cross, which is well blocked but created a corner for Liverpool.
Ashley Hodson's song by the Liverpool fans, they were singing it there, it was brilliant, isn't it? To the tune of She Loves You by the Beatles.
They have some absolutely brilliant songs, the fans.
In comes the corner, but it's straight into the arms of Emily Orman. Got to give them credit for thinking up something like that, haven't you?
Definitely.
Free kick here for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I think Ash Hodgson's just picked up a yellow card there. Felt like the referee felt like she was impeding Emily Ormelin as she was going to play the ball out.
Yep, so Hodson with getting booked. You can see the Liverpool supporters weren't too happy about that one. Leanne Robe fully committed, but Leanne Cowan went to ground.
It's a good tackle that, I believe, from Leanne there. You can clearly see she makes contact on the ball. It's inevitable when you're coming in like that there will be some potential follow through, but there was nothing, no malice in that tackle. Good strong tackle from Leanne Robe.
It's a trademark of Leanne Robe's game, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tackling, she loves it.
Absolutely.
And she's very good at it too. Cowan now has decided that she does need some treatment. I don't know why she's pulled herself back onto the field, really, but there you go. I think Taylor Hines is just making that point.
I think she's got herself back onto the field there so that she doesn't put her team at a disadvantage by being a player down. But I think I was more encouraged by her teammates to have a little look to make sure she was okay rather than her. I think she was going to take the throw in then.
See Ashley Hodson there. As I say, it's been a wonderful day for her so far. Young lady from St Helens who got a special presentation before the game to mark her record appearance holder for Liverpool, and then great finish to make it 2-1.
So good to see her here today, part of the starting 11. she's not had the easiest of journeys, a couple of really bad injuries that she's kind of fought through and come back from, and just shows the strength of character, and she is a genuinely lovely person off the pitch as well. So I'm just so pleased to see everything that she's achieving.
We'll see Matt Beard before having a little word there with Jade Bailey, so maybe he's contemplating a change. Play will resume here. Annabelle Johnson has to take the throw before Cowan can come back on. Going to try the long throw here, Crystal Palace. Into the near post, flick on. A snapshot in the end by Annabelle Johnson.
It's always dealing with the second ball that comes out to the edge of the area from those long throw-ins. If it is initially cleared by the defenders, it's just making sure you react to that second ball. Which bit of a snapshot yet there, but just a warning for Liverpool in terms of if it is set up for that long throw, to just make sure that they're closing down on the edge of the area quickly to prevent any shooting opportunities from distance.
So Emily Orman with the goal. Rachel Laws up towards Kerry Holland. Right full for Mel Lawley here. And away by Coombs. Charlotte Wardlaw's after this loose ball though. Liverpool throw. There's Missy Beaucairns. To Lawley. Wardlaw. Now Lawley offside.
Just noticed there, just while the ball's in play a little bit higher up the pitch, Jazz Matthews there just ensuring with the two up a little bit higher now for Crystal Palace, just making sure they're defensively secure. So Leanne Rowe, Michaela Moore and Jazz Matthews just making sure that they're well aware of where those two forwards are, so they're defensively sound if the ball is to break.
Pearce.
Crystal Palace haven't been deterred from starting this second half, just continuing to play out from the back.
Great interception by Robe. Oh, but Hodson couldn't quite take the ball in a stride. Missy Beaucairns making sure Coral Jade Haynes doesn't make strides into the Liverpool half. Now Coombs. Leanne Cowan making a run. Actually stayed in play.
Yeah, I think Taylor Hines thought differently there, but you've got to make sure you play to the whistle, and ball was clearly still in play there according to the assistant referee.
Offside against Molly Sharp. That Beard has also been warming up Carla Humphrey, a player he knows well from his time at Bristol City, and a regular substitute for the Reds so far as Carla.
I think Carla is, as we mentioned over the half-time discussion around kind of the recruitment, she's somebody who is brilliant to have as when teams are kind of playing in a low block, if you like, with lots of bodies kind of centrally and difficult to break down. She's somebody who is brilliant to have as part of your team, unlocks defences, really good in tight areas.
Hodson with a flick on, trying to get to the second ball there, but here's Annabelle Johnson. Matthews intercepts. Now Pierce. Cowan. Good cover from Taylor Hines. But a corner's been given. Palace still looking quite dangerous here, aren't they, here?
Yeah, I think Liverpool haven't necessarily found the rhythm that they finished the half with in terms of that possession of the ball yet. Just in this second half, it's been a bit of a turnover of possession quickly. So obviously Crystal Palace will be looking to capitalise on that, but I feel that's what Liverpool need to do, get back on the ball.
So Coral Jade Haynes with the delivery, and it went looped over Rachel Laws and behind. After what happened in the first half, you weren't quite sure there.
No, definitely not, but she'll be disappointed with that in terms of delivery. She seemed like she's a little bit confused as to what was happening, but...
Taylor Hines, Missy Kearns, no foul, and this is Amy Everett into Haynes. Sharp. I think Liverpool felt Molly Sharp was offside there, but period of pressure from Crystal Palace here. They get another corner.
Yeah, you feel that Crystal Palace have started this second half a little bit more bright than Liverpool, creating a couple of set piece opportunities early on. So see a change in the actual corner taker here.
Yeah, and Siobhan Wilson, whose cross did find the net in the opening half, will take the corner. Good delivery. And Kerry Holland was in there with Charlie Clifford. Goal kick.
She's done well there, Kerry Holland, making sure that she's used her body well to ensure that there's no contact from the attacker in terms of that ball that's delivered into the area.
Michaela Moore. Under pressure by Sharp, and Laws fires it forward, but it's coming back at Liverpool again, not finding the fluency that they had in the opening half, Matt Beard's side. Needs to try and find that again.
Yeah, just be a little bit more composed on the ball. That's what worked in their favour the first half when they were moving the ball quickly.
Matthews. And Missy Kearns. Moore. It's a great ball by Michaela Moore. Lawley. Now Leanne Kiernan. Oh, and the touch just enabled Coombs to get the ball away.
It's a great ball from Michaela Moore out to Charlotte Wardlaw, high up the pitch again, which we saw was a theme of the first half. Great touch inside.
Into Kiernan. Liverpool claim corner, and they get it. Missy Kearns take the corner. The old chant is back from the days of winning back-to-back Super League titles. Matt Beard's Mighty Reds, the fans were singing.
Isn't it great to have fans singing in the stands?
Makes such a difference, doesn't it? In by Missy Kearns. It was a great delivery near post to Jas Matthews. Goalkeeper can't get there. Eventually, Emily Allman does.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy there. It's a couple of times now that delivery's been really close to the keeper, not allowing the attacking threat of Liverpool to actually get onto that ball, keep it a little bit off Emily Allman, who's going to come and collect the ball quite easily in those instances.
Clifford out wide to Leanne Cowan. Everett. She was caught there by Missy Beaucairns, and Palace do get the free kick.
Yeah, I think that was Missy Beaucairns just being a little bit reactive there. You can hear Matt shouting from the sideline to step out. And it was just slightly late there, causing her to give away the foul.
So another set piece for Crystal Palace here. Looking for an equaliser again as we reach the hour mark. Away by Jazz Matthews. Not properly cleared. And Amy Everett was in there. And the away side were going close there.
Yeah, and as I mentioned in the first half, I think Liverpool just need to be really careful with giving away kind of those free kicks in those areas where Crystal Palace can get a delivery into that box.
Rachel Law's frustrated as her clearance goes straight out of play. Matt Beard's going to make a change very shortly. Looks like Carla Humphrey's going to come on, Leah.
Yep. I think she's very technically gifted. It's great to see Carla coming on. I think Matt will be looking for that composure that we had in the first half, and I think Carla can bring that just in terms of getting on the ball and just calming things down a little bit, being creative from that midfield area.
Really sloppy stuff this from Liverpool FC Women at the moment. A real difference from an excellent first half performance, but they've just dropped their standards in this second half, and Crystal Palace sensing they could get something. Got to be careful here, Liverpool.
Yeah, it's been a poor start to this second half from Liverpool. Very sloppy in possession, just seen there in a couple of instances. Again, that Rachel Law's ball out to Michaela Moore, just not on the same page.
Looks like Ashley Hodson is going to be the player to come off for Carla Humphrey shortly. But here comes another long throw. Away by Michaela Moore. We'll back off again. Everett. Cowan. Taylor Hines made the first challenge, and then Rachel Laws gathers.
Be interesting to see here if the Carla coming on, if it is Ash that's leaving the field, how that then changes slightly in terms of formation. Don't think we'll see Carla going into that number 9 role or across the front line.
You guessed Leanne Kiernan through the middle again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, and potentially Carla on the right. She's very versatile, Carla. She can play in the 8, she can play in the 10, she can kind of play out wide, so it'll be interesting to see if it's just that slight bringing Leanne into the middle and Carla out on that right hand side, or if there's a slight change in formation.
And Hodson chasing, probing towards goal. Better that from Liverpool. Charlotte Wardlaw wins the ball, but then Kiernan's coming back. Will Matt Beard make the change?
It's a little bit more like it. That's the energy, the intensity that we've seen from that first half that brought Liverpool so much joy. It's just been a slight change in terms of obviously just pressing in certain instances, going more into that kind of mid-block start of the second half.
Palace getting a lot of space in the Liverpool half here. Leanne Cowan. Support back from Johnson. Nice 1-2. Johnson getting in behind Liverpool. Liverpool backing off. Matt Beard now wants to make this change. Indeed, it will be Ashley Hodson who scored the goal to put Liverpool 2-1 up. A tactical switch from Matt Beard here. Ashley Hodson to leave the field, and our new recruit during the summer from Bristol City, Carla Humphrey, coming on. Carla, 24. Matt Beard feels she can really offer a lot to this team. Really worked with her last season at Bristol City.
Yeah, you can see straight away there, so Leanne Kiernan's come more central in terms of that number 9 role. Mel Lawley's gone over onto the right hand side, and Carla's come over onto this left hand side here.
Good tackle by Jazz Matthews, the captain. First touch for Carla Humphrey was a good one. Good ball by Taylor Hines. Now space for Mel Lawley to run at Crystal Palace here. Still Lawley. Missy Kearns. Lawley. Couldn't quite get the cross that she wanted, with Humphrey and Kiernan in good positions in the middle.
Crystal Palace got caught out of shape there. You just noticed how much space Mel Lawley had in the middle. I think Amy Everett was trying to make her way back in to kind of make that recovery run, but absolutely superb from Mel to recognise. She had that space in front of her to drive into. A nice little link up with Missy Kearns on that right hand side.
So a free kick for Liverpool here. Missy Kearns, the Scouser in our team, as they say, to take this set piece. The 20-year-old saw the goalkeeper off a line actually, but went for it.
Yeah,
long way out though.
Not quite the right execution there. You can see what she's trying to do, but Emily Orman was very much alert to that.
Hines, Humphrey. There's Kerry Holland, young lady from Skipton in North Yorkshire. Robe. Hines. Humphrey. Taylor Hines. Cowan.
You can see just from those couple of engagements that Carla's been involved with straight away since she's come on. She nice and calm and composed in possession, likes the little short sharp passes, good quality of passing.
Matthews. So goals from Taylor Hines inside the opening 75 seconds. A cross from Siobhan Wilson, looped over Laws for the equaliser. But then Ashley Hodson with a great finish to make it 2-1. But space here now opens up for Molly Sharp, who arrived from Durham. Farrow. Well, she just couldn't get the ball stuck from under her feet. There's a chance that for Crystal Palace.
Really calm there from Jazz Matthews to just take control of that situation, come out from the back.
Cowan. Pearce. A challenge from Charlotte Wardlaw. See Matt over there just getting a bit frustrated with the team in this second half so far. They've lowered the standards from the first half, haven't they? There's no question about that.
Yeah, it's not that same intensity as they had in the first half. I think it's a little bit due to a slight change in the formation in terms of kind of out of possession rather than pressing in that 4-3-3 a lot of the time. They're now more set up to be difficult to break down in terms of that 5-4-1.
Holland takes the kick short to Mel Lawley. And the red shirts in the box. Mel Lawley's trying to get to the byline. Settles for the corner.
She's done well there again to get her side a corner.
Tell you what, Leah, Carla Humphrey, since she's come on, has made some great runs into the box.
Yeah, she's very, very clever. She is very football bright. So she'll recognise in terms of where the ball is on the pitch, the run that will, make it challenging for the defence. Even if it just makes that defensive line drop slightly, it creates opportunities for those maybe a little bit deeper to come onto the ball. Very intelligent.
So Missy Kearns in front of the Liverpool fans with the corner kick. Ooh, back post, it was Leanne Kiernan.
Great delivery. Great delivery there, Leanne Kiernan. Just mistimed that in terms of the connection, but if she had connected with that, it could have been a superb goal.
Double change for Crystal Palace. Kirsty Barton, a forward who they brought in during the close season from Brighton, is going to come on. Chance here though. And again, the right player at the right time to clear for Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I've been really impressed by Gracie Pearce so far in terms of her defensive display. She's a young, up-and-coming talent. As you mentioned, from another WSL club. She's on loan in the Championship, learning, getting experience, developing with the minutes that she's getting.
Now Liverpool will pick it up here with Kiernan. Trying to pick out Lawley. Just unlike the first half, you can see some of the attempted passes are just not finding red shirts in this second half. They're having to dig deep a little bit here, Matt Beard's team.
Yeah, I think it's just a poor decision there from Leanne Kiernan. I think she could have stayed on it a little bit more. Drove, committed the defenders. Could be due to a little bit of fatigue. She worked so hard in that first half.
Moore trying to link it with Charlotte Wardlaw. And Liverpool get a corner.
Another set piece. Need to start capitalising on these opportunities that are created through set pieces now as well. Good delivery into the box. Get a good connection, at least force a save from the keeper.
Yeah, Missy Beaucairns to try again with the corner kick here for Liverpool. It's gone short to Lawley. Holland. Kerry Holland again. Beaucairns to cross. Oh, but too near the keeper.
Like that first little bit of link-up play though between Missy Beaucairns, Mel Lawley and Kerry Holland. It's nice to try something different sometimes if a team are expecting you to just deliver the ball into the box. Mix it up a little bit.
Rachel Finesse and Jana Daniels warming up for Liverpool with Raza Roberts on the far side.
Yeah, I wonder whether this is the right time around the 70-minute mark just to inject a little bit more intensity, a little bit more energy into the side, which, as we've mentioned, started to kind of show a little bit in this second half.
An attacking change then. The centre-back Grace Coombs goes off and Kirsty Barton comes on for Crystal Palace. A little bit of reorganising in shape. We're also going to take off the number 9, Millie Farrow, and bring on Sophie McLean. So 2 new signings in the close season coming on in Kirsty Barton, Sophie McLean, who came in from the London Bees. So double change by their manager, Dean Davenport. Looks like Kirsty Barton's going to play on the right flank. Away by Hines. Barton picked up by Kiernan. Wardlaw. Moore. Matthews. Humphrey. Matthews again. Moore, Missy Beaucairns wins a free kick for the Reds. About 17 minutes left here. Liverpool FC Women trying to get their first home win of the season. And we're so tight. It is at the top of the flank. Carla Humphrey winning Liverpool a free kick here. In a good position. Just 3 points off top spot going into this one. Liverpool FC Women.
Yeah, as we mentioned, this league is so tight and literally so little points differentiating between the top and middle of the table at this moment in time. A win here today and 3 points would put Matt Beard's side in a great position.
So Missy Beaucairns and Taylor Hines over this set piece for Liverpool here. Beaucairns to swing it in. Again, the goalkeeper's there.
must say Emily Orman has done superbly in terms of collecting those crosses. I don't think she's really been tested in terms of that decision making, whether to come or not to come, because they have been very much kind of close to her. But in terms of how she's come out and she's been commanding in that area, she's done really well.
Liverpool lead with 15 minutes left to play here in this FA Women's Championship. An excellent first half display. Excellent goals from Taylor Hines and Ashley Hodson. Leanne Kiernan hit the bar, could have scored a few more as well. Second half had a number of corners but struggled to create any clear-cut opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think from the second half we've not seen that same quality that we did from Liverpool in that first half. First half I thought they were superb in terms of how quickly they moved the ball, how quickly they transferred the ball.
Offside as Charlotte Wardlaw went to cross.
Yeah, how quickly they transferred the ball from left to right, and just hasn't really got going this second half in terms of combination play and actual real good lengthy possession, limiting the clear-cut opportunities.
Now Johnson, Barton, it's loose by Clifford, and Lawley will pick up the loose ball. Kearns, Holland, for Mel Lawley to chase. A number of corners in this second half.
Yeah, they'll be looking to actually kind of convert some of these opportunities that we're getting through set pieces into a goal, or at least a real good clear-cut chance on goal. We haven't really seen from set pieces one of those for Liverpool throughout this game as of yet.
Jasmine Matthews, that's good aerial ability. Michaela Moore too. Kearns takes it short to Mel Lawley. Mel's got it back, little nutmeg. Nice by Mel Lawley. Can she deliver? Carla Humphrey. Still. Kearns.
Mel Lawley, what a game she's having today. Absolutely superb. Little bit of trickery there to take her past the defender. And there again, Carla Humphrey there, not trying to kind of turn and swivel and create a half chance. She's composed on the ball and sets the ball back out, which maintains possession for Liverpool.
Wardlaw. Offside. And that ball initially then came to Carla Humphrey just before it. You think she's maybe going to turn and have a go?
Yeah, I think she was just aware that there was a lot of bodies around her. I actually think it's really intelligent for her not to. I think sometimes we see forwards or midfielders trying to kind of turn and create a half chance and there's a block in there, whereas actually she recognised that situation and thought, actually I've got my back to goal here, and who's coming on to this that could maybe create more of a clear-cut chance than a half block chance that I might create.
Kerry Holland wins it back. Lawley. Oh, lovely turn by Missy Kearns, that was. Here's Kiernan. Half-hearted handball appeal, not given. Moore with the header. Offside against Crystal Palace. Free kick for Liverpool.
You can just see Leanne Rowe there just saying to the rest of her team, come on, let's lift this intensity. I think it's quite disciplined defensively display in terms of this second half, so then Crystal Palace aren't creating opportunities, which I think is what Liverpool will have wanted to do in terms of being more defensively solid, but just lacking a little bit of intensity and quality in possession.
Rowe with the challenge. Barton. Johnson.
Leanne Rove's done that really well today, and I think that's the security of having the kind of two other defenders either side of her. When there has been a ball that's kind of gone, it dropped into that area between the kind of midfield and the defence, she's been really good in terms of coming out and putting pressure on that attack and not letting them turn. Good intensity.
Well, Rachel Laws is really furious there, because with Molly Sharp, she feels as though she was fouled, and Laws, for some reason, Leah, just took it behind the goal line, and the referee gives a corner.
Even though you might not necessarily agree with the decisions, at some point you've just got to be savvy to the game and play to the referee's decisions, unfortunately. So put herself in an unnecessary position here, giving away the corner.
That's a ridiculous corner to give away. Dangerous at the back post. Good header away by Leanne Kiernan. Barton. See what Palace were trying to do there. They were trying to play for another long throw, weren't they? Rachel Laws is still not happy with the referee there.
She's got to be a little bit careful.
She's going to get booked as well for persistent bickering.
It's really difficult sometimes as a player when you're so frustrated at a decision, but she needs to make sure she calms herself down.
Nine minutes to go. Can Liverpool get their first home win of the season? A brilliant first half display. That's a really dig deep in the second half. Humphrey. Moore. Michaela Moore does really well to win that loose ball. Wardlaw inviting Mel Lawley to try and get there before Cowan.
Good reaction there from Michaela Moore. That first pass that she's tried to thread into Mel Lawley's feet hasn't worked, but she's reacted well to a bad touch from a Crystal Palace player to win the ball back for her team.
Been great to have our former skipper Leandra Little with us here today. Goals from Taylor Hines and Ashley Hodson. Kiernan still working her socks off out there. Liverpool contemplating another change very shortly. Kiernan. Wardlaw to cross, might find here. Taylor Hines is forward again. Hines! Oh, I think she was going to score a goal again. Liverpool frantic appeals for a penalty kick. Look at the Liverpool players there. They're not going to get it.
No, absolutely not going to get it. I can see why they're asking for it though, as the block's gone in there. Not sure who it's on from in terms of Palace defender, but her arms are out wide. And if they feel like the Liverpool players feel the ball's hit one of her arms as opposed to her body.
But Taylor Hines was in the centre forward position there.
Well, could have been her second of the day.
So no penalty. Liverpool really upset with that one. But Missy Bo-Kearns with the corner kick. Matt Beard's furious with the fourth official. In by Lawley. Cleared away before Matthews can get there. They've been unfortunate with penalty kicks, Liverpool, so far this season in the home games. Beardy felt they should have had one right at the end against London City Lionesses from Niamh Fahy's shot. It's quite similar to that one, actually. And then in the Bristol City game, the last kick of the game, Jana Daniels, I thought she was brought down, but not given. No VAR, of course, which is probably a good thing, Leah.
Well, good
the
when
issues
it's going
we've had
against
with it.
you, and bad when it's not.
Absolutely.
So Yeah, I think you can see from the amount of players that reacted in that situation that it was probably a big shout for a penalty. When it's just one or two, you think, But every single Liverpool player was hands in the air.
Absolutely.
How's that not being given?
Wardlaw, good pass to Missy Bokens. And Carla Humphrey, just for a second, I thought she might get an opportunity. I think Matt Beard's going to bring on Jade Bailey here very shortly. Maybe for Mel Lawley. Just to try and get an extra player on there in that midfield. See out this game. There's a foul there by Matthews on McLean. 5 minutes left now.
Yeah, I think Jade Bailey will come in and just probably be for one of the more attacking players, just to give a little bit more defensive solidity for this last few moments of the game. Just making sure that Liverpool do not concede in this last 5 minutes. No lapses in concentration. Every single player needs to carry out their defensive duties, be communicating, passing on players, making sure they get that win.
Wilson to deliver. And the header towards goal, but it's offside anyway. Liverpool making a change. No, it's going to be Missy Bokens, I think, is going to go off. Straight swap in midfield. Experience over youth. Jade Bailey, former Chelsea midfielder, replacing Missy Bokens for the final 4 minutes or so. She's producing good deliveries again from set pieces, Missy Bo, today.
Definitely. And like I said, that's what you're going to get from her in terms of that superb set piece delivery. Another good, strong performance from her in the middle of the park.
And a Klopp-style hug Matt Beard gives to Missy Bo.
Yeah.
She's played well. She's had a good game.
Yeah, she has. And it's been really great to see her develop, especially in that last season. I think she really came into her own, and she's just continued that this season.
Danger here. Crystal Palace with Wilson. On the outside. Good block. Wilson again. Now Lawley's tracking back against Amy Everett.
Every single Liverpool player getting back in there to help out defensively. Good tracking from Mel Lawley, as well as Leanne Kernan coming in there to help out.
You got to love Missy Bokens' passion. Massive Liverpool fan, and she's in there in the dugout shouting some instructions with Matt Beard here, saying, "Come on, let's get this 3 points." Brilliant.
Absolutely, wears her heart on her sleeve. Liverpool through and through. Family, lifelong Liverpool supporters. Means everything to her.
Loose ball. Palace will pick it up again. McLean. Got to be careful here. This is Kirsty Barton. And Rachel Laws gets there. 2 minutes to go. 2-1 Liverpool lead. Kernan with a little flick. Matt Beard wants to make another change here. I think it's going to be a Liverpool debut for Georgia Walters, the Wales international forward.
Probably just using up a little bit of the time that's left remaining. And
yeah, we'll see how much stoppage time we will have here at Prenton Park. But the Reds are close to a first home victory of the campaign to add to that excellent win away at Watford at Vicarage Road. Great opportunity, of course, for the girls to play at a stadium like that. Rihanna Dean out injured today, scored 2 great goals in that game. Here's Carla Humphrey, who's impressed since coming off the bench. Good play by Humphrey. Wins a corner off Barton.
Great work to get her team a corner there. Again, like I mentioned, so football bright, so intelligent in terms of what she does on the ball, and there she's just been really clever to get her team a corner.
4 minutes of added on time it will be here at Tranmere Rovers. Liverpool corner. Mel Lawley to take it. And Liverpool had another goal and really get the points here. And Kiernan again. She's got a great leap on her, Leanne Kiernan.
She's done really well there, coming in at the back post because she couldn't quite get over it, but really good defending from Crystal Palace in that respect, in terms of not letting her get that free header, free opportunity on goal.
Missy Bowe still in the dugout there, shouting and cheering on her teammates. Brilliant. Liverpool making a change. Leanne Kiernan will get a great ovation off the Liverpool fans. She's been so unlucky not to score. Great work ethic, as Leandra Little rightly pointed out. She will leave the field, and there's going to be a debut for Georgia Walters, who's been signed on a non-contract basis. She was with Blackburn Rovers, the experienced Wales international, last season. Lawley's charging down the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Georgia Walters experienced at this championship level.
And Walters is chasing. And the goalkeeper forced to come out. A bit of play by the substitute there.
It's great when last 5 minutes when you add some fresh legs and they can just come on and literally cause a little bit of chaos, cause a little bit of havoc under there, put people under pressure. Just gives you that extra little bit of energy in that last passage when you need it. You could see that straight away from Georgia Walters.
So excellent in the first half, not finding the fluency of the opening half in the second, Leah.
Yeah, I'd say that was a fair kind of summary of the game today. I think first half superb, some really good standout individual performances collectively as a team. They looked good defensively, solid and creating opportunities. I think there were a few of the missed chances in the first half with regards to an area for improvement, being more clinical moving forward, but second half they've done what they needed to do. I think the setup was slightly different in terms of less pressure on the defence of Crystal Palace. But overall, I think Matt will be really happy if they come out with this 2-1 win, just to again build on.
Good play by Georgia Walters there, showing all her experience in that far corner.
Yeah, holds the ball up well. And again, it's just coming on at this stage in the game, is making the right decisions, doing the right things. And all they want to do now is run the clock down, get to that full-time whistle, 3 points in the bag.
Walters again.
She'll have been sent on with a really clear message from Matt in terms of get it in the corners, hold it up, waste some time for us, work hard.
And couldn't have wished for a better start as well inside the opening 75 seconds. Opening goal, Taylor Hines, and Ash Hodson hoping it will be a perfect day for her, really. She had a lovely presentation at the start of the game. She was restored to the starting 11, and you have to say Ashley Hodson certainly repaid manager Matt Beard's faith in her, coming in for the injured Rihanna Dean up front today and scoring what we hope will be the winner.
Fairy tale.
Absolutely.
Couldn't write it.
Carla Humphrey getting stuck in midfield, but Crystal Palace still believe. Edging closer to that Liverpool penalty area. Oh, and a bit of a needless foul there by Charlotte Wardlaw. Gives Palace a free kick opportunity right at the end of the game. This will probably be the last kick of the game.
Feel quite aggrieved there, Charlotte. Clearly, Charlotte Wardlaw feels like she didn't make very much contact at all, but this is what I've been saying throughout the game. Giving away soft free kicks in areas that can harm Liverpool is not what they all would want and not part of the game plan, so they'll need to defend this really strongly to ensure they don't concede late on.
Got to be really careful. In comes the delivery, and Rachel Laws gets the ball. Referee checks the watch.
Had a good performance today, Rachel Laws. She made that outstanding double save in the first half, and then she's been good in terms of what she's needed to do, the simple things in and around the box in terms of collecting the ball.
It's a big 3 points for Liverpool FC Women today. They grabbed their first home win of the season. Massive that for confidence from Matt Beard's side, and a lot to build on as well. A dream start today. Matt Beard going to 3 at the back. Taylor Hines, left wing back. Great bit of play by Mel Lawley for the opening goal. Played in Taylor Hines. Great finish, bottom corner for the goal. Liverpool then could have had a few more goals. Leanne Kiernan hit the crossbar. Mel Lawley was running rampant. Then Rachel Laws made a fantastic double save to deny Palace an equaliser before the away side did level, when Siobhan Wilson got down the left-hand side and her cross looping over Rachel Laws into the far corner of the net. But 4 minutes later, Liverpool got the winner. Ashley Hodgson it was with it. Liverpool's record appearance holder, a very appropriate match winner. She was presented with a framed signed shirt and a bunch of flowers to mock, taken over from Gemma Bonner as Liverpool's record appearance holder. Into the box, Ashley Hodgson, great feet, lovely finish into the bottom corner of the net. In the second half, Matt Beard's side certainly had to dig really deep for this one. They felt they should have had a penalty, the Reds, towards the end of the game as well. Leanne Kiernan was outstanding. She was so unlucky not to score her first goal for the club. I'm certain it won't be long before that happens. But former Liverpool captain Leandra Little alongside us. A great win this.
Yeah, definitely. I think tactically Matt Beard's got it absolutely spot on today. I think playing the 3 at the back with Taylor Hines and Charlotte Wardlaw higher up the pitch really paid dividends. The link up on the left hand side in the first half between Taylor Hines and Mel Lawley was superb, and I think overall he'll be really happy with today's performance. But again, not a fully complete performance, and still lots to build on, still more to come from this team.
So the fans are happy. A great day here at Prenton Park. It finished Liverpool FC Women 2, Crystal Palace 1.
It's his passion and his work rate never to surrender. That's Jamie Carragher.
Self-belief, a phenomenal ability to score goals. He could see opportunities.